Dr. Stone. This is a show that had quite a bit of buzz before its initial release because of it being an adaptation of a popular manga series in Shonen Jump. Judging this show initially from the trailer, I was interested in the show's concept but wasn't sold on its execution or its aesthetic. I thought the character designs didn't translate well to anime, and the character art clashed with the aesthetic of the backgrounds. After watching the first episode though, I have to say I'm overall interested to see the direction that this show is heading in. The show has a fantastic premise. Taiju and Senku are our two main high school characters. Taiju is an average muscle-bound, masculine type of character whose ambition is to confess to his crush. Senku is a hyper-intelligent genius who is an expert in multiple fields of science. A strange calamity struck the world one day and turned everyone into stone. Thousands of years pass and our two main characters are the first humans to actually break out of their stone encasement. We see that Taiju was able to break out of the stone earlier than usual because of acid that was dripping on him from inside of a cave. He was able to stay conscious inside the stone because of his undying will to confess to his love, which he was about to do before the calamity struck. Senku himself, we don't actually get to see the physical aspect of how he eroded quicker from the stone, but we know that he remained conscious because he was counting for thousands of years in the stone in order to know the date. After Taiju breaks out of the stone, he meets up with Senku, who actually broke out 6 months prior. Senku has figured out the cause of the earlier erosion, and the two spend the episode trying to figure out how to make a compound that will erode living creatures from the stone faster. Senku is obviously the brains of the group and devotes most of his time to studying the world around him and letting Taiju do all the necessary grunt work required to progress whatever plan that Senku comes up with. Senku and Taiju's ambitions are to reform and restart society essentially. It's interesting to see Senku work out the mechanics of how this will take place, since he's an extreme intellectual who comes from an industrialized era, and he has all the knowledge of modern innovation and science at his disposal. Where he runs into difficulty at points is the application of this knowledge. Since he has to start again from ground zero, he has to reconstruct technology from the ground up, and so while innovation is faster under his control, it's still relatively slow. He runs into a ton of issues and difficulties due to not having modern technology at his disposal, and this is what makes the episode interesting. Taiju is a character who isn't scientifically inclined at all, but is still determined to restore the world to its former glory and to save his crush, who is still turned to stone under a tree. Taiju is a character who displays a lot of your typical male battle shonen main character traits, except slightly more grounded in reality. It's interesting to see Taiju and Senku work together. Both have very different personalities, but have very similar goals, and they find strength in different areas, which is why they are such a good pairing to form a basis of a new society. I mentioned how the aesthetic of the show didn't initially grab me from the previews, but once I watched the episode, I came to really enjoy it overall. The character designs animate well and almost vary from scene to scene to fit each emotion. The expressions can range from crazy and wacky to serious and grounded. They really sell the personality of the characters in each scene, and the backgrounds are really beautiful at times. There's a lot of lush foliage and greenery in every scene. They really give every part of the episode a large sense of scope. Overall, I really enjoyed the first episode of Dr. Stone, and I'm excited to see where the series goes in the future. That's all for this video though. If you liked it, why not give a like and subscribe if you want more content like this in the future. I'll see you in the next video.